Welcome back to the channel. This is Morgan with winterwarfare.com, and in today's video, which we're going to get started in just a minute or two, I'm going to take you long range shooting with me, and I'm going to have a couple good hits at 962 yards. But the purpose of today's video is just to show you and to take you along. Come and hang out with me for a little bit while I make some adjustments and just basically deal with gusty winds and trying to make some long range shots. So one of the primary tools that I use in my long range shooting, and I'm not a pro by any means, but these are just things that I got to figure out and that I have to just become more familiar with myself. But one of the key tools I use is my Kestrel Link, which is my ballistics calculator. And the situation that's occurring in today's video is gusty winds. And so in ideal conditions, my Kestrel Link ballistics calculator is extremely accurate or extremely helpful in helping me get first shot hits, which again, one thing that we've always talked about is having those things that give you an advantage. And just so happens the very day before this video, the evening before, I was in the same spot and I had several good hits. My first shot was a miss, but after some minor adjustments, I was able to hit the target, and that was with zero wind. The point would be that the Kestrel is helping me. It's putting me on target, but what I'm dealing with in today's video is gusty winds. And so the Kestrel is giving the right readings, but what's happening is when the wind's shifting, the wind's gusting, it's a little bit of a challenge. Ultimately, I end up having 3 good hits at 962 yards. So a couple of the other items just to fill you in. This is a fairly new rifle for me. I'm just trying to kind of get it up and running. It's a Howa APC chambered in .308. The ammo I'm using is a Federal Sierra Match King 168 grain. The other key item that I have is a Bushnell Prime 1700 laser rangefinder, which is good for 700 yards, but obviously it works out to it worked out to almost 1,000 yards, picking up and reflecting the target. Now, the other thing I can do as well is I can range find with my optic, which I didn't do in this case. So this is a view standing at the target I was hitting, looking back to where I was shooting. So if you see in the tree line there, that's my position 962 yards away. And this is standing at my location, looking back at the target. So for some of you guys that know, one of the things that I do at winterwarfare.com is I help guys be more prepared to fight and win in the cold. And so unbeknownst to you, that's another thing that I'm actually doing in this video is I'm getting everything set up to come back to this spot or somewhere close to it this winter and try to take this similar shot or same shot, if you will. But I want to do that in the summer. And so it's just something to think about, getting those things planned out and those things worked out in better conditions. The winter is its own challenge. But during that time, I'll be able to look at the ballistics and see how they changed. Weather is a critical factor in long range shooting, the temperature. And I'm not just talking about the wind, that's the no-brainer. The humidity can change things, as you'll see I mentioned in my video. Many variables that you have to deal with. So again, like I said, come along if you'd like and just kind of hang out with me for a little bit as I take a couple shots in this. It's just unedited, really, and that's kind of what I wanted to show you. It's not all perfect, and yeah, we can always cut these videos and make it look like you hit the target on the first try. It's not always the case. It takes a lot of practice, and there's a lot of behind the scenes to just be familiar and be more proficient in what you do. So thanks for coming along. If you're going to hang out, and hope to see you back next time. All right, gonna try to take a 962 yard shot. Just getting set up. So a little bit windy out today. I did take this shot last night, no wind, but I'm shooting across a valley, and who knows what's gonna happen. So one of the key things that I have is my Kestrel. We've talked about this before. I like having items that help give me an advantage. In this case, first shot hits, okay? I mean, what price can you put on having a first shot hit at 600 yards, 700 yards, 800 yards? In this case, 962 yards. I don't know, what's 800 and some meters, 830 meters or something like that. So right now, I'm just getting the Kestrel dialed in, and let's walk through that. Okay, with the current weather conditions, basically, like I said, I took this shot last night, and temperature plays a critical role. And I'm not even an expert. I just see this. You know, God gave you a brain, and a lot of, you know, we can figure this stuff out. It's not rocket science. There are a lot of variables involved. But last night I did take this shot, and had to wait for somebody that was walking their dog or something. So as I waited an hour or two, I recalibrated with the Kestrel, and the air was getting more and more and more humid. And so as that air was getting more and more humid, it's thicker. It kept giving me a higher and higher mill elevation. Maybe it wasn't much, but it's slight. So today for this shot, basically what the calculation I got is 9.78 mils up and 0.23 mils right. That's the windage to account for that crosswind that's coming across the valley. So let's see what happens with the shot.
So one thing I should mention, the other part of this is my Bushnell Prime laser rangefinder. All right, I think I'm ready if you want to turn that camera on. So right now,
camera is on. I'm moving out of the way.
all right, just tell me when you're in position. So shooting across the valley, as I mentioned, I did take the shot last night. I hit twice. The first shot, in all fairness, I did miss. And my firing solution, that's another thing you got to get used to. Bugs crawling around. Make sure you got your pants bloused, because you'll be having some ants crawling around. The first shot I took last night was actually a miss, in all fairness. And then the firing solution that I'm getting is put me on the right of the target. Maybe that's just how the round spins. I need to look up the ballistics probably a little bit more. But you can just see there's just a lot into it. Now the wind's picking up again, so. All right, just give me a couple minutes. Oh, you're good. Just leave it on.
Copy.
So I am shooting, it's pretty much brand new. It just took me a while to get this thing put together. It's a Howa APC 308. Run a Vortex PST2. Optic. And I'm not an expert or anything, but I just trying to get up to speed, just like a lot of guys out there. You know, I've kind of taught myself. You can read a lot about it. You can just go out and do it. It's what you need to do. Just go out and do it. In real life, I don't know, probably won't be taking too many, 800-900 meter shots, but you never know. I think the thing is just building your confidence, because if you could do that, there's a lot of shots at 500, 600, 700 yards that you can do. So getting into this is it's a labor of love. It really is a labor of love. I just painted this rifle, and so I had to take the scope off, put it back on, re-zero, you know, Loctite everything down. It's really, it's a detailed process. It's a detailed process. If you're somebody that likes to pay attention to detail, this might be a valuable hobby for you. All right, just about 1-2 minutes out. I'm just about ready.
Copy.
So we'll see about a first shot hit. The main thing is just the crosswind. It's just the wind's picking up, the wind's dying down. You never know at this distance. I mean, that can just throw the whole round off. All right, so I'm going to put this just a little bit on the right side of the target, because even when the wind's not blowing, it just seemed like my rounds were kind of hitting to the right, I guess. So we'll see what happens. And I watch my trigger squeeze just straight back, just so nice. Just like going through butter. Okay, I hit the left. So basically, from the time I shot, the wind died down, and I'm aiming at the left of the target. I've got a crosswind from the right. So, actually, I'm going to dial my windage back. I did not see that round. Basically right now I'm just playing with the wind. Let's go back to what Kestrel told me. 0.23 right. Maybe go 0.3 right. We'll see, that crosswind is obviously throwing me off. I'm just trying to adjust my windage, so I'll be taking a couple more shots.
Sounds good.
All right, so we got another crosswind basically. Went back to what Kestrel told me. It's giving me a 0.23 mil right windage because I got a crosswind essentially across the valley. And the problem is you never know. Like in one spot, the wind could be blowing one way. I don't think that's the case here, but that's another miss. I'm just going to try to hit the right edge of that target. By the way, it's painted khaki, so I just did that to make it a little harder. You know, I don't need the bright orange, because in a real scenario, you're not going to have that. But I got this crosswind, man, and it's just killing me right now. So I'm going to put this right on the right. Plus I have my 0.2 or 3 right windage adjustment. Let's double check our measurements. Okay. All right, gonna try a couple more.
Most people are coming back to the truck.
Okay, let me know when they're gone. All right, so basically the wind is shifting so much, it's blowing from the left, blowing from the right, that crosswind. And so I think what I'm gonna do is just set my windage at 0, and then I can just hold, like a 1 mil left or a 1 mil right windage, depending on what's happening. Because it's almost like you gotta adjust this thing in real time with the way the wind is gusting. And so I have a little streamer up on the tree here I keep looking at. All right, copy. All right, you clear?
Clear.
Okay, here we go. All right, looks like the wind died down, so I'm gonna try to take this shot off real quick. All right, let's just try to hold 1 mil left. All right, well, that's a hit, so you can see what you got to deal with sometimes to play with the wind. Actually, on that shot, my windage was set at 0 and the wind just died, so I just took that shot when the wind died. So, you just got to, play with it a little bit. But like I said, last night I was out here, no wind at all. Second and third shot I actually hit, no problem at all. So right now I'm just playing with the wind. So you can see that crosswind across the valley. Again, this is, I don't know, 820, 30 meters, 962 yards. How that can impact you. So, all right, we'll try to take another shot. All right, I'm going to try to just take a couple more shots.
Yeah, I got a log truck right here, so just a second.
Yeah, I see him. I'm waiting. Yeah, so that shot I finally hit, the wind died a little bit, and like I said, my Kestrel kept giving me, left 1/2 mil windage, right 1/2 mil windage because the wind was shifting, and so I finally just said, forget it. I set my windage at 0, and then I was just holding it 1 mil left when the wind was blowing. I was trying that. If I could see the splash. But that shot I actually took was just put it dead center right on the target at 0 mil windage, and just, I guess the wind had just died down enough to put it there. Is he gone?
Copy.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple more rounds. Oh, that was a hit. Let's try it again. was a miss. So just like anything, man, you gotta just think about every little thing, because I mean, 1 nanometer off over here is going to be meters off at the target at this range. So like your trigger squeeze just goes straight back. I mean, straight back. You don't want to pull it to the right. Now the wind's kicking up again. Okay, so in that shot, the wind kicked up. And like I said, my windage is just set at it's 0, but I just held it like 1/2 mil to the left. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming along. Kind of just a fun day, but this is how we get it done. Till next time.